Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today on the show, there is news on Finn Balor being removed from Monday Night Raw and headed to SmackDown Live roster. Let's get into today's wrestling topic. Balor's return to WWE television is expected to happen over the next few weeks, but there is strong a possibility that he may not be returning to Raw as people assume. The creative plans for him at WrestleMania haven't been revealed. There doesn't seem to be a spot for him on the Raw roster because the card for Orlando is full enough already, especially after WWE gave Balor's push to Roman Reigns. On paper, a match with Sami Zayn seems likely, but that doesn't seem exactly what the universe and the fans want for Finn Balor. Stuff teasing around that they wanted to do Undertaker and Balor, which that match would be good. I'd have no problem seeing it. That match is money. You know, Balor's a good performer. He's good in the ring. He's a hard worker. He's talented. And he's a good wrestler inside the ring. The guy's a good in-ring performer. He performs good. The guy's a hard worker. And I mean, think about their entrances. You know, the Demon King, you know, with the painted face and the smoke, versus the Undertaker from Death Valley. That match would be good. And if they don't do it this year, then do it at WrestleMania 34. But I would love to see that match happen. I'd be interested in it. It's a match I pay to go see, you know, and it just works. It fits watching those two together. It's a dream match that's never happened and never took place. And I'd be in favor of watching that. Now, reports that is claiming that the WWE could be removing him from the Raw roster, which means that Finn Balor may return to SmackDown Live over the next few weeks. The fact is that WWE officials are struggling to find a spot for Balor on the Raw roster. Well, that's okay. If you can't find a spot for him, then move him to SmackDown Live. Because I can tell you, if you put Finn Balor on SmackDown Live, he will get used right. He'll get booked right. They'll know what to do with him. His promos will be good. I would love to see Finn Balor and AJ Styles. There was a talk is if they were still doing Triple H versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, okay, which they're still planning on doing that, then that means they would leave Finn Balor on SmackDown Live because they got nothing for him until the draft starts. And then when the draft happens, then they're going to bring him back. I would just keep him on SmackDown. I would put him on SmackDown Live because the guy will get used so much better than where he is on Raw right now. He is marketable, but they're not going to use him for his wrestling. They're just going to use Finn Balor just for his money. Okay? You can be marketable, but you got to use your talent for wrestling as well. Not just one thing. And that's how the WWE thinks a lot. Okay? So, until the draft may be a good idea. If Rollins versus Triple H moved forward as planned, then Balor would move to SmackDown Live. Could create a lot of interesting possibilities for him. Balor versus Styles could be a plan for both men at WrestleMania. There was stuff about Nakamura coming to the WWE on SmackDown Live next week. I don't see that happening because what's going on with him in NXT. But I mean, think about it. You know, Balor and AJ Styles would be a good match too. It's interesting. They're both good performers. There would be chemistry there. That's a match that would be awesome to see. You know, AJ Styles work in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The Bullet Club. The Bullet Club. Finn Balor, Styles, the Bullet Club. Finn Balor was part of the Bullet Club. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was part of the Bullet Club. Okay, they're both good in-ring performers. They're both good in the ring. That's a match I would love to see. If you put him on SmackDown Live, I would love to see Finn Balor versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania this year. So let me know what you guys think about it. Would you want him to go to SmackDown Live? Would you want him to move there? Would you not want him to go there? Would you want him to just stay on Monday Night Raw? Because in my opinion, I would put him on SmackDown Live because, like I said, they're going to book that guy so great. It's going to be awesome. And the SmackDown rating will climb up even higher every week. That guy has so much talent. He was a great NXT champion. The guy draws me in. I have so much interest in this guy. SmackDown Live is the place for him to be. For Finn Balor. So until then, would you want to see AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania? I would. I'm interested in it. I have no problem with that match happening because I know it's going to be a good match and it will steal the show as well. Until then, guys, that's today's wrestling topic. Drop in the comments what you think. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the show and click the red bell on top of that. And also, hit me up on Twitter at The Talk Show 101. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys below. And you get good wrestling over there on SmackDown Live. Raw doesn't treat their talents right. They don't book them right. They don't treat them right. They don't know how to use their talents over there. SmackDown Live is real wrestling. And that's what Finn Balor is about. That's what Finn Balor does. Okay? That's why he needs to go over on SmackDown Live. Until then, guys, hit that thumbs up button as well. Articles below. Subscribe.